Or rather, Africa needs a new energy system that is connected across the regions to power industrialization and other developments that the continent urgently needs. And that's according to the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa while speaking at the opening of the African Energy Indaba Forum in Cape Town on Wednesday. Let's listen to Mr. President.
To harness this Indaba is in many ways an opportunity to harness our collective efforts as the people of this continent towards realizing an Africa that meets its needs for reliable energy while becoming resilient and competitive when it comes to the exporting of energy in a rapidly changing global market. There has never been a better time and opportunity for Africa to advance its energy security, resilience, and sustainability. Now, with its abundant natural resources, our continent holds immense potential for energy generation. We hold some 60% of the solar energy in the world. Alongside substantial oil and gas reserves, Africa has enormous and abundant solar resources, wind corridors, and major river systems. There is an abundance of another element which the world has now woken up to and requires from our continent, and those are critical minerals between the African soil. These are minerals that are being sought globally for technological applications, including in energy. Yet, alongside this massive natural wealth, Africa experiences energy poverty. More than 600 million of our fellow citizens on this continent do not have access to electricity, according to the International Energy Agency. And this has now become common cause as a number of institutions keep referring to this. Every day without reliable power translates into what I would call lost production, interrupted services, constrained investment, and reduced opportunity for the people of our continent. This energy gap exists in a context of a growing continental population, rising urbanization, and renewed efforts to industrialize and integrate into the global economy. The ambition to be greater than we are is there, but what holds us back is our energy deficit. This environment, access to reliable electricity is a competitive differentiator. Industrialization cannot take place without secure supply chains, resilient villages, towns and cities, and reliable as well as affordable, scalable energy. Now, historically, much of our continent's energy infrastructure was built on severe and also to serve extractive models. To the extent that it was built in various nodes on our continent, it was just to extract those products that were needed and to cut them off to other locales in the world. Power systems were developed around enclaves of production rather than around broad-based development for the area and for the country. This legacy still influences the geography of opportunity on our continent. It explains why, even where resources exist, the systems required to translate resources into prosperity have remained uneven. The task now is to build a different kind of system, one that connects Africa to itself and one that allows our economies to grow together rather than apart, and much worse, rather than on their own on an insular basis. The African Union's Agenda 2063 recognizes that Africa's development must rest on modern infrastructure, including energy systems that are integrated, reliable, and capable of supporting industrial transformation, apart from supporting the livelihoods of Africans, apart from ensuring that when the children of our continent study, they no longer study with candlelight. Energy is not a luxury. Energy is a must on our continent, and it must be seen as such. When electricity started, for instance, or better still, when it was spread here in South Africa to the black population, or if you want to know the history of our own country, which was still under apartheid rule, well, colonial rule first and apartheid rule, they ensured that electricity was just reserved for white people, and black people didn't have electricity. So when it finally was spread even to the townships first, not even to the rural areas, as they connected, it was a luxury. We had never seen electricity. And I remember this distinctly in my lifetime in Soweto. When electricity arrived, it was like a real luxury. But it has stopped being a luxury. It's an absolute necessity in the lives of all South Africans. And that is why here in South Africa, the democratic government made it a point to spread electricity throughout the country. And today, 93% of South African households have electricity.